lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. You know, to those people that share my videos, you guys are the great MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. I've been away on this channel for quite some time, like over a month, and you guys know how we do it on this channel. Like, we are fully back. Like, thank God that we are back and everything have been fixed. So guys, let's get into this video. So lovelies, there is this thing that actually trended on TikTok that's about 2-3 days back, where these two couple, that actually gay couple, went ahead to adopt a black baby. And what really happened after this got internet talking, and I was just able to put up the stage. I'll just start from the beginning of what really happened, and this is just an update video. I'll just roll it for the sake of people that wasn't following to the to the event that really happened and the cause of adopting this black baby by this couples. Guys, I'm just gonna roll the clip. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section and let's get into it.
Hoping to get this TikTok over to Black TikTok. Any black parents, we have adopted a black baby. Her name is Zoe, and I don't know what to do for her hair. I have this little brush. I have something from Shea Moisture. I really don't know what to use, so please, any black parents or anyone who knows what to do with black.
I'm very disappointed in the people that are in the comments section talking about, well, if he was walking around with that black baby and her hair was messed up, y'all would have a problem. You decided to go to an adoption agency and purposely choose a black child, and then you wait till the baby is born to come on our TikTok and ask us for help and create content off of this black baby. What? People are like, oh, he's genuine. He just wanted some help. That baby is 43 seconds old. Next thing you know, he's gonna be in here showing us that he gave the baby chicken for the first time and Kool-Aid. Give that baby back.
Lot to unpack here, so let's get into it. Word the State just made a video talking about additional information regarding baby Zoe and about this adoption. He actually spoke to Will, the adoptive father himself, so when you get the chance, definitely go check out his video in its entirety. Adoption. He spoke to Will, the adoptive father himself, so when you get the chance, definitely go check out his video in its entirety. I'm just going to be reacting to some of the information that was revealed and just giving my thoughts on it. Because what the actual fuck? Let's start off with the fact that between both of them, there are over 100 felony charges. And one of the sad things is that the biological mother of Zoe was actually a former foster child herself. People really love to demonize the mothers who make these very hard decisions. It's hard enough to give your child up for adoption, but then her being a former foster child just adds so much more to the story. And I know how that goes. A lot of former foster children, when they leave the system, they don't have a support system. That just makes us even more heartbreaking to me. So now to the point that everybody was wondering, which I was as well, is how did he even get to adopt this baby when he had the record that he had? It was a private adoption, unfortunately, but also it is legal for him to do that. I am thoroughly still concerned for this child, not only because of his lack of consideration to education on raising a black baby, as he reminded us like 50 times in the video, but also it looks like he's endangering this child. When it comes to the traditional way of adoption or foster care, there are more regulations set in place, so he wouldn't have been able to adopt this child in that scenario. The reason he was able to do it is because of private adoption. And I have a lot of issues with private adoption. I can make a video just listing so much stuff wrong with it, so let me know if you want to see it. But let's just say this. Private adoption is definitely used to prey on biological mothers to get a child. It's really exploitative and it's really disgusting. And there's so much room for stuff like this to happen. Apparently the adoptive father Will claims that he's going to do better, and I really fucking hope that he does for that child's sake. But as Word the State said in his video, which I want to emphasize this point because it is very important, Zoe is just one example of many people who are living this right now. Some of y'all might be watching this video. I've seen so many of y'all reach out to me in DMs and in the comments saying that you have gone through your own trauma transracial adoptee. And so just know in DMs and in the comments saying that you have gone through your own trauma being a transracial adoptee. And so just know that your voices matter and they deserve to be heard. And so people who want to help, please go out and seek accounts like Word of the State. Learn and educate yourself on these situations so that we can help actually make change in this world. Because I don't want to keep seeing stuff like this happen. It's really, really unfortunate. And we can make a difference, but it honestly does start with raising more awareness on these situations and by actually working to change them. And I plan to continue using my platform to assist in that, as that is something that is very dear to my heart, considering the ways in which the adoption system have completely destroyed my family, and also the foster care system, and just how horrible of an experience it was in a lot of ways for me growing up. Follow me if you're interested in hearing more.
Just know that these are the only types of comments that he is going to accept. Unless you are worshiping his white saviorness, he is just going to dismiss you as just a negative comment, and he can't change your mind.
I can't even keep up with these notifications, but there are some negative comments, but I can't change anybody's mind. The fact is that we only had 2 months to prepare.
The red flags are red flagging for me. It's the fact that you come to her community, the black community, and ask for help in figuring out how to do her hair. But then when you get any kind of feedback that is anything less than worshiping your white saviorness, you dismiss it as negative comments and just chalk it up and don't address them and say that you just can't change people's minds. As someone who is currently carrying a little black baby, I have some concerns about how you handled the video, just like people in your comments, but we are just dismissed as negative. Then what the hell did you come to us for? I also don't like the fact that you just got this baby and you were already making her hair out to be a problem, and you didn't do your own research. You came to TikTok with some weaponized ignorance like, oh, please help me, black people, because you know that that would make you go super, super viral. And it's the fact that before you even premiered this baby, you were tagging Graco making product review videos because you're trying to become a baby influencer. So we know where the turn that your account is about to take. That baby still has a placenta perm. So right now her hair doesn't look very much different than the Anglo-Saxon hair that is apparently the only kind that you know how to do anything with. You just got her and you were already making her hair a problem like day 1, 2. What are you going to do to this child's self-esteem as she gets older in a world that is going to tell her that her hair is lesser than? And then she has to look back and see that her dad went super viral talking about her hair as if it's this big huge monster that he's going to have to contend with. He took the video down completely because he couldn't handle constructive criticism, and he wanted to silence all the people in the community that he sought help from that didn't agree with him or had anything to say other than, you're such a hero. So now you have a video up of this baby desperately sleepy, dying for sleep, and you just got the camera right up in her face, playing with her, overstimulating her, and not letting her rest. That baby is tired and wants to sleep, but you are more concerned about making a cute little video of her for clout. That is why we are worried about this child. While you're worried about blowing up your social media and becoming an influencer and a white savior and getting collab deals with brands, we are worried about the well-being of that child because we have already seen 50-11 red flags from your ass. And he just let us know that these are the only types of
last video about those two. This is going to be my last video about those two adoptive dads who adopted Zoe. I seen a video yesterday, and girl, not only do I think they weren't equipped for one of our children, I don't think that they were equipped for any child. Why is she there? Why? There are specific photo shoots that you can do with your newborn child that is safe. It's done by a professional. Why is she all the way on that germy, nasty thing? How many times is y'all gonna prop this baby up and set her up to take pictures of her on these nasty little surfaces that everybody and their mama done had their hands on? And why is neither one of y'all in the picture? Like, I feel like at least one of y'all could have took turns. One dad could have been on the other picture. The other dad could have been on this picture. Why is she taking these pictures by herself? And going back to the original problem that we had, the fact that y'all are asking about how to take care of a newborn's hair in general is concerning, because it tells me not only did you not do any research about a black child, you probably aren't willing to do any research about any child. This is going to be my last video about those two adults.
I stayed up majority of the night thinking about how I would make this video. So I'm going to preface with, I'm going to do my best to be trauma informed. I'm going to do my best to be child and family centered. And I'm going to do my best not to, I really don't want to shame anyone about addiction or criminal history. Because as y'all see, my PFP is my mugshot of when I was human trafficked. And so I do understand the criminal system and how it can affect people. So let's go. As you guys know, since yesterday, I've been covering the story of the white adoptive father with the black daughter, and he has Black Talk for help. So I've already made videos about like him deleting the videos there, such and everything else, right? My team and I did some research yesterday on his public platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and there was a lot of troubling things. Off the bat, the first thing I found troubling is that he and his partner were in the room when the delivery was being done, taking photos and videos of this birth mom. And I don't know if they got her consent or not, but she's in very exposing positions. And any mother would know, like when they're giving birth, they don't want to be in those type of photos and positions, especially on adoptive parents' platforms. And like I explained yesterday, the immediate skin to skin womb wet is an issue, and it causes maternal separation trauma. But after looking through his social media, there's so many red flags. The second red flag will be chokeable items, choking hazards. He's placed baby rings, as you see here, on the baby. There's also multiple videos of her wearing cardigans with small buttons that she should not be wearing. And the most concerning video or photo that I saw was the baby in their rocker, unsecured, sitting neck to chest. The reason they should never be in that position is because they could die from something called positional asphyxiation. Literally, they could suffocate. Because a baby's windpipe is the size of a flexi straw. And if it's bent, imagine a flexi straw being bent, there's nothing that can get through that straw. So if a baby's neck is to their chest, there's no way that their airway is actually correct and the baby is struggling to breathe. Another concerning thing I saw on his profile was that days after the baby was born, he had this baby outside doing public events. And right now, with COVID making its way back up in RSV, we should really be protecting the most vulnerable, which are infants and old people. But to take it a step further and to place this baby on public items outside that are 3 to 4 feet in the air and to take steps back to take a photo, that is child endangerment, if you ask me. I'm so sorry. Because at any moment that baby could roll, and we don't know what type of germs are on these surfaces. There's also photos of the baby improperly placed in car seats with large jackets that baby should not be placed in car seats with, as well as the baby being swaddled in a rocker unsecure, with a dog right next to the buttons to operate the rocker. But my number one biggest concern is how they legally adopted this child. In his original video, he said that the child was placed with him, which insinuated that this was a foster care situation. After my research, it's not looking like a foster care situation. In fact, I would pay a whole month's salary to say that this that no agency was involved in. And if there was an agency, this agency was corrupt as hell. This is the part where I'm trying to be the most sensitive. After looking on Will's page, you will learn that he is a 10-year recovering operate the rocker. But my number one biggest concern is how they legally adopted this child. In his original video, he said that the child was placed with him, which insinuated that this was a foster care situation. After my research, it's not looking like a foster care situation. In fact, I would pay a whole month's salary to say that this is not a foster care situation. In my opinion, this is a private adoption that no agency was involved in. And if there was an agency, this agency was corrupt as hell. Why do I say this? This is the part where I'm trying to be the most sensitive. After looking on Will's page, you will learn that he is a 10-year recovering addict from intravenous use, which is fantastic. Recovery is a lifelong process. I work with parents who are actively in recovery, and people with addictions can be great parents, especially if they have resources and they have a community. But just like a lot of people who struggle with addiction, there usually comes a criminal history. And unfortunately, on Will's page, on his Facebook page, he posted this photo showing the world how proud he was of his growth, which, you know, we are all proud of. If you know anything about addiction, if you know anything about the criminal justice system, if you can get yourself out of those two things and make a great life for yourself, that is amazing. My question is, how did a convicted felon do a legal adoption in the state of Texas where you're not allowed to be a convicted felon and adopt in the state of Texas? Well, I believe that some of these policies are unfair. Absolutely. You know, I believe, like I said, felons can make their lives better. They can be rehabilitated. People who struggle with addiction can get better. Better. They can be rehabilitated. People who struggle with addiction can get better and become amazing parents. But that's not the policy. The policy says no. And my biggest issue with this is whenever I talk about adoption, people say, well, the parents, the birth parents, were just crackheads and convicts. So why do they deserve to raise those children? My question is, we know that children are removed because parents struggle with addictions. We also know that children are removed because parents are convicted felons. So how did we allow an adoptive parent who's a convicted felon and a recovering addict, how do we allow them to adopt a child that they clearly didn't do any research on top of all the other red flags? In 2024, I'm staying child and family centered. And the only thing I'm concerned about is the safety of the child. So Will, I'm asking you, what agency did you go through? And did they do a background check? And if they did, how were you approved? Let me know, and always shine your light.
Need help. I recently Are we ready? Okay. Are we ready? Okay. Oh, dear God, someone please get this over to white TikTok, please. I need help. I recently adopted a white baby, a male bite-sized demon, if you will, and I don't know what to do with it. How on earth do I do its hair? The pink oil moisturizer at Miss Jessie's isn't working. Please, someone help me. What does it eat? What does it eat? Please, can someone from that caucus side of TikTok please help me? Cut. They're gonna eat that up. Let me tell you something, my little Caucasian cash cow. You're gonna make mommy a star. Get out of here. Are we ready?
So lovely is this incident, which actually got a lot of people talking that about a week back, where this gay couple, they're actually, two male, like gay couples, we all know, decided to go and adopt a baby. Like, it's actually a private adoption, but at the onset they never told us that it was actually a private adoption. So the first thing he did after adopting this baby was to set his camera. After setting his camera, he brought up a comb and the baby and started combing her hair. He went ahead to ask this question. This is his he was like, oh my goodness, I adopted this black baby, this baby of color. Let me just use that word because I really don't want issues or how we do it here. So he went ahead to keep on pronouncing, I adopted this, just the way you saw it in the video. I adopted. What I am so concerned about this whole thing is that he never addressed that baby as my baby. Like, when you adopt a child, we have adopted our baby, her name is Zoe and all of that, but he just went ahead we adopted the child, this black child. Like, seriously, this is actually where the first time when I saw the video, I was like, why was just addressing this baby as baby of color? Why not just go directly and tell us that you have adopted your child and you want help from the black community and all of that on how to take care of the baby's hair, the hair that he has actually gone through to look for some kind of conditioning and all of that. And I was just looking at that baby he was carrying, and I was just looking at the hair texture, and I found out that the hair texture does not even need all of this. It does not need all of the product that he's mentioning, that he wants the black community to help him know how to take care of the baby's hair, as if this baby's hair is already, when we gave birth, the as in our baby's hair is not that strong, like the 4C hair is not actually the 4C hair. It's when the baby start growing up, that's when the baby the hairs, you know, begin to turn to like the 4C hair. This hair he's talking about, combing it that way, is a soft hair that does not even warrant any form of product or whatsoever. Just a little bit of hair baby oil of any product we go on this said hair. I was like, okay, what is now the essence of this video? Because you just came online after adopting a child, you came online and fix your, you know, whatever, started making video, calling, you know, black community to come help you, to tell you how to take care of this baby hair, this baby of color hair. I don't know how to take care of the baby's hair. Meanwhile, this baby hair does not even need this the way, like, so what was his intention? What was his as in what was he trying to achieve? He know vividly what he's trying to do. He know that when he does something like this, that people of color will just, because we cannot take this kind of shenanigans, we can't take it. So that is why he's so comfortable, you know, doing all of this. So this actually got a lot of people talking, and people began to stitch his videos. A lot of people have so many opinions, and I am of the opinion that this baby is not even up to like 3 months. The baby is not even up to like 6 months. That'll make you to bring out these children, start telling us or asking us how to take care of a hair that is not even, that doesn't need any serious work to take care of. Seriously, lovelies. This is my own opinion. So after people must have done their investigation, a lot of people came up with so many investigations. These people have had some kind of, you know, thing in the past, and I am not disputing the fact that people do not change. People change, and they change for the better, and they change for the good. And the thing is that a lot of people digged out that they actually had a private adoption, and the mother to this baby that they adopted her baby from is also a foster mother. Like this thing is something that people need to look into. I'm not saying that he is bad or he might not be able to take care of the baby and all of that, but I'm just so concerned about everything. Is just all about this baby, like as if he just opened that platform for the sake of this, you know, what I call it, a colored baby, because he's all about the black baby, the black Zora. Like, why can't you just address this as your child? This is why I'm concerned. You know, before you start accepting someone, you have to use your mouth to like, this is my child, before it's down, before you are able to accept. So this is just where I'm just concerned about. And now a lot of people are finding so many things about these gay people and the adoption processes and all of that. There is no record or whatsoever. Just imagine what is happening right now. Just imagine what is really happening right now. People are calling out, you know, trying to like, we do not know what is going to happen. Everybody's so concerned about this baby. He keep on talking about like, oh my God, like look at the amount of photographs. Like, is it that they actually adopted the baby for sole purpose of, you know, monetizing the baby? Like seriously. When I saw this, I was like, oh my goodness, I think this is not what I'm thinking. I just hope that this is not what I'm thinking about. Because if this is it, like seriously, it's absolutely not nice. It's not nice at all. A lot of people have gone into digging, into research and all of that to know actually how they were able to adopt this. And you're adopting a child, you're asking the public on how to take care of the hair. What happens to Google? Before you will be able to adopt a child, you should be able to go through some processes. You should be able to go through some process. And do you know the worst part? The worst part of it is that at first they said they never knew it was gonna be a a baby of color. That's they just called the organization they wanted to adopt the baby from, and they told them that okay, there's a baby available, and they just went to adopt the child. And now after people must have dig through and do all the diggings, now they're saying that okay, everybody's not finding out that this is a private adoption. They were there when they even gave birth to these babies. That means they have already had pro agreement with the mother of this child. So why actually like that? Oh my goodness, we're not even aware that the baby is gonna be like seriously. And the thing is that you called out for the black community to come help you, take care of people. And now these people you called out is trying to yield their own opinion on how you are taking care of this, and you are now saying they are negative. So if you know that you actually do not want their opinion, why are you calling them for help, or why are you calling them to come like wait now? This whole shenanigans is just, sometimes when I look at it, I will just like, what is all this? Like, you are actually calling out on this particular risk of help you fix something, and now they're trying to like, okay, you just have to, you need to do it this way and not to do it. Now you're not telling them that you guys are being negative and all of that. And when you go to his comment section, the way at which the palm colored people, the way at which they are just like defending this guy, trying to justify, oh my goodness, you're doing a great job. What is doing a great job with that hard comb on the skull of that? Oh my god. Do you know that when you give birth to each other, there's the middle of the head is still, oh my goodness, like the way he was just brushing the hair. I was watching this video, I was like, oh my god, seriously. And when you want to speak out, when you want to say something, they project you that you are like this despicable. Seriously. You don't have an idea of how to do certain things concerning this before the adoption process. Why not go on research? Why not do something amicably? And why do you keep calling this the one you're supposed to love this why not my child, and why all the photo shoot with the uncleaned place and like, oh my god, all of the things are just so good to me. And all of these things and somebody was saying that prior to the adoption process, he has already started making reviews of products, and people, like, he already know what he's trying to do. They already know their plans. They know what they actually want to do and what they want to achieve. That's why this thing just keep making me like, I don't know, if I just wish that baby Zoe is okay wherever she is. And I know that at least with this bashing and this counseling from so many people, they are going to do a good job to raising that girl. They are going to do a good job. And it's just somehow when this baby now grows up someday, and she goes on internet or TikTok or whatever, and then she begins to see herself and how her baby, her dad was just combing her hair, calling her this like how do you expect her to feel then when she grew up? How? Like, people do something without trying to think about the consequences first. They prolong repercussion. They don't think about that. They think about now on how to go out there. Everybody wants to, in the expense of someone. Like, nobody is holding you back or trying to justify the fact that you are entitled to adopt any kind of, but you should do something properly, accordingly, and not trying to like rip or trying to use someone as a means or something. Like, we should just fear God now. Like, we should be able to like do something human. This is so precious. It's a precious gift from God, and gift from God should be treated so adorably, so beautifully, because it's not easy for a mother to get pregnant, allow a human to go inside of her for 9 months. Then you're just here blabbing. Guys, anyways, this is the update, and I think that this is just it. We all need to just pray that baby Zora is gonna be okay, or baby Zoe is gonna be okay, and at least with what has happened, they should be able to take precautions, even if they had plans to do some other things. I know that everything is gonna be all right with baby Zoe. So guys, just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of these videos, and do not forget that we do not involve any form of harass or whatsoever. We're just here for informative and educational purposes, guys. So please help me to share this video, subscribe to our channel if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next video. If you watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that this channel, we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So why not share this video, leave your thoughts, subscribe if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next video.